Hello everyone, welcome back. It was my pleasure to receive good responses from many people after my first lecture. I am powered by your favor. Today, it is the first section of this course. We would like to learn how we can install essential program to learn source code. Now let me just wrap up the last section. We will learn JavaScript. Even I will teach based on JavaScript game programming, but obviously our goal is to learn JavaScript itself. We just use game programming for your understanding. However, if you are interested in game programming by JavaScript, I can recommend my book and lecture in Amazon and YouTube, The Loyal Road to Game Development using CocoaStudio.js or other materials. So in this course, we will just learn about how we can learn web-based Cocoa Studio game programming. If you are interested in deployment to Android or iOS, you can study separate using my book. So in this lecture, I will let you know how you can program CocoaStudio.js game programming and learn based on the web. Let's back to our topic, which is about the installation and setup the software. I can summarize the major software into three parts. As you can see, first, we will install Python version 2, and we have to install the Cocoa Studio X bundle with Cocoa Studio.js in order to run game. The last software is Visual Studio Code. Actually, we can use just a notepad to make a code, but for our convenience to programming, we will use IDE, Integrate Development Environment tool. Among many IDE tools, I recommend the Visual Studio Code. I understood many people already know Visual Studio by Microsoft. Visual Studio Code is a special version for many operating systems and in many languages, not only for the Microsoft language. So we can use Visual Studio Code for JavaScript programming and Python, C, and others. Now we will install these three major software. Before we start the installation, let me explain item by item. Let me start my talk from the first software, Python version 2. Some people can ask me why we should install Python. We are studying about JavaScript. Yes, actually, we don't want to study about Python in this course. But however, Cocoa Studio.js, the game framework, is based on Python. So in order to run Cocoa Studio.js, we have to install Python. And now, another person can ask me why we should install version 2. I know that there is a version 3 also there. I think you are already familiar to Python. Even you don't know about it, when you visit to Python website to install the Python program, you can see two kinds of version 2 and version 3. Most of people can think the last version 3, is better than version 2. But we have to install version 2 because it's related to the backward compatibility issue. Backward compatibility refers to a hardware or software system that can successfully use interface and data from earlier version of the system or with other system. Yes, we know it is convenience is the nature. But sometimes we can see that new version of software does not support old version of specification. Python version 3 and version 2 is the case. From Python version 3, Python changes a lot of structure. However, before Python released version 3, Python was already popular. So many people already use version 2. So now Python maintain two kinds of version 2 and version 3. Our game framework, Cocos2D.js, actually Cocos2D.x, is based on Python version 2. So we have to select Python version 2. Sometimes we suffer this backward compatibility issue. One of example is Ionic framework, which is JavaScript, actually the TypeScript based on mobile development framework. I've used Ionic framework from version 1, but when Ionic team released version 2, they changed a lot, so I couldn't use the previous source code, so I have to change it. Now, they are trying to upgrade version 4. Also, they want to change many things. I have a plan to start the new course, Ionic mobile development course, after this JavaScript, because Ionic is fundamentally based on the JavaScript. But now I'm waiting for the new release version 4. After the Ionic release version 4, then I will start a new course after this JavaScript fundamental course. Now, let me back to my topic and try to introduce the second software, Cocos2D.js. Actually, Cocos2D.js is one of the bundle of Cocos2D.x. As I mentioned before, that the Cocos2D.x can support three major languages. Basically, it's based on the C++, and it supports JavaScript. This is the Cocos2D.js, and also Luna. And as I mentioned before, the Visual Studio Code is a coming and popular IDE tool. Now many people, including me, love this tool. I've introduced the three major tools. There is a common point of these three tools. That is open source program. It means all are free. It is easy and convenient to use open source free software to learn programming. Now we can start our course and studies based on the open source programming. Now, shall we start to installation step by step? Let's go. Let's move to the first software, which is Python. As I mentioned, we will install Python version 2. In order to install the Python, we have to download the software from Python official site at www.python.org, python.org. Actually, it is installed on macOS by default, so I will let you know how you can download and install on your Windows. Now let's visit the website first. Let's search in Python. Then we can refer the link of Python homepage. Then just click the link www.python.org. Then you can see download menu, and we can select the Python 2 version 2. Of course, the UI of this website can be changed, but you can refer the download link and find the download link of Python 2 and download it. After you complete the download file, you just start the installation based on instruction. While you try to install that, it will ask a path of installation, then you just leave the standard location. Of course, you can change the location, but it's better to use the standard for our lecture. Then you can complete the installation. And next, let me just explain about the second tool, Cocos2D.js. It's a cross-platform game development framework. It means that we can make one code, but we can deploy Android, iOS, mobile app, and even web game by single programming. As I mentioned, in this course, we will just talk about the web game. However, you can deploy Android, iOS with same source code. Of course, it's based on JavaScript language because we want to start the JavaScript. And Coco Studio support Android, iOS, and others. So development, in order to develop iOS app, it is better to use macOS. And in order to deploy Android, you have to install some pre-requirement like Android NDK. It's the native development kit to develop Android app and Android Studio. But in this course, you don't need to install this one because we will not deploy Android and iOS app. And again, Coco Studio JS is a part of the Coco Studio X bundle. So you can download the Coco Studio X bundle from the official site at www.cocostudio-x.org. The first thing you have to do is to download the old file and extract it and places any places. But in my cases, I normally place the extracted folder to in case of the window on the C on the DV folder, and I will use the Coco Studio-X. And in case of Mac, user under my computer name on the DV folder and also places Coco Studio-X folder. But it's up to you, but I will explain based on my location. Now let me show how you can download and install Coco Studio bundle. Let's visit Coco Studio-X.org website first and download the proper Coco Studio-X bundle. Now it's a version 3 version. Actually, the size is quite big, so more than 300 megabytes. After you complete the download, then you can extract this zip file and place it or extracted folder to the proper location. And after that, you have to visit the folder. As I mentioned, in my cases, I placed the Coco Studio-X folder under users, my computer name, Jonathan Sir, under DV, and then I have to visit this folder first using the command. After that, we will run the command. In order to run the command to install Coco Studio bundle, open terminal or command prompt and move to the extracted folder as you see and run the following command: python setup.py. But before that, you have to make sure the path of Python. Now, you can fully understand why we install Python. The reason is that we will run the Coco Studio program to install this Python and run the program. Now I will show you how can install now return to the command window and ls I check the file and I can never set up the py in py in the folder. Now it's time to run python setup.py and just enter, then it will run the command to install proper software on our laptop. While the command running, it will ask ndk_root or Android SDK root or ent _root. You can install all this software, but it's optional because we will not use this tool to deploy Android app. So you just skip this step and then complete the installation. Now we are ready to run a web-based Coco Studio game program. And last one is to install the text editor, actually the IDE tool. As you know that we will use IDE, Integrated Development Environment tool, that for convenience of our programming like a code hint and other the method. One of open source editor, Visual Studio Code, is located at its website code.visualstudio.com. Let's visit. Same way, you can just search Visual Studio Code in Google or just visit the website. And as you see in the explanation that Visual Studio Code can be used on Windows, Linux, and Mac OS, it's very convenient. Not only for Microsoft language, it now supports JavaScript and Python and C and other languages as well. And now there are fluent extension. Now we can download and also install based on instruction. This is the Visual Studio screen, as you can see, and I will let you know one of tip that you can turn on the view menu integrate terminal. Then you just run the command line in this IDE, so you don't need to open the separate command window. It's very convenient for me. Of course, you can run Coco Studio command in separate command window. Still now, we will study how we can install essential 3 software. What are they? The first thing is Python version 2. And second is Coco Studio JS, actually Coco Studio X bundle. And the last thing is the IDE tool, Visual Studio Code. Okay, it's time to finish the first lecture, and we are ready to continue our next section, which is about Coco Studio command in the next section. Thank you for listening, and see you next time. Bye.
If you don't subscribe my channel, please click subscribe button. Please enjoy other useful content in my channel. You can refer other content in my website